So my project for today that I've been putting off is decluttering the pegs in the hall. These projects hopefully will encourage and inspire you and give you the motivation to get places sort of reviewed, decluttered and organised in your home. Just a few bits. Daniel did actually pick some cocoa from Lidl on his way home from work yesterday, so they need to be stored under the stairs there. I want to declutter obviously the pegs. We've still got winter hats and scarves and gloves in the basket with everything that's gone on in my life right from actually the middle of December. This hasn't been done. So we did bring out a couple of caps because we did have some mini heat waves. But as I mentioned, our weather is very changeable. So I tend to have, you know, summer, autumn, winter clothing not stored away. So there might be a mixture of Max, jackets and things like that. Normally it is one outwear for each member of the family. There is still stuff for 3 members of the family. As you know, we're down to 2, so I need to obviously take those out, and that will make a big difference. And this bookcase is one of the bookcases I got from Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and I got 2 of them. One's in my decor cupboard and this one, and they were £2.50 each. So this is the area. I do want to give it another coat of paint. I did start this, I think it was last year. I'd like to say, I think it was last year, or it was beginning of the year. I can't remember now, but it really needs doing again, the second coat. So this is the process I'm at the moment. I've taken everything off the pegs. I've put the bottles of Coke where they should be under the stairs, and I'll be pulling out the little bookcase. We keep the baby gate for when my granddaughter stays. I like that at the top of the stairs just in case she gets out of bed when I'm in bed, things like that. And obviously we got wet tray there that realistically I suppose could go away, but it's been there since I say middle of last year. I've actually put everything on the stairs. I couldn't believe how much stuff had actually you know, risen on the pegs. As I said, a majority of jackets, fleeces, coats. This is the worst it's ever been, and I must admit most of the footwear's mine. But what I'm going to do is I will pull all that out, give that a good hoover, dust the skirting board and everything, and then only put back what should be there, if that makes sense. And there's all those baskets from the winter which I organised, and I'll think about whether I actually put those upstairs away where they should be until about September time if we're lucky. So that is the process at the moment. So I like to do a sort of before, sometimes during, and then a finished area. So this is what the area looks like now. So this is the finished task now completed. I can't believe how much stuff was down here. Normally you leave my thick fleece down here, but I've put that away. I've left my thin MAC here because this time of year I tend to wear a fleece, then take this unless it turns really cold. That's Daniel's work jacket. He's just been wearing a jumper and a t-shirt at the moment because it's been quite mild, and obviously he drives backwards and forwards to work. I've got both our sun hats here. I keep umbrellas here as well. They normally stay up here, but normally I have them on here. Use this when mail comes and keys, although I have got a wicker basket here that I've pretty much kept on top of the paperwork coming in due to the fact I'm getting a lot of stuff coming through. So it's mostly on the desk in the games room for items that either need ringing up or calling back. Like I said, this is what I bought for £2.50 from Facebook Marketplace. I've decided to keep the wicker baskets there. I've gone through them. So that one's got hats, although most of them are actually mine, because I do like my hats. Scarves in there. And then there's 3 pairs of gloves. One of the pairs was hubby's, but I'm not sure which pair fits Daniel better. And I know they don't, or he doesn't wear gloves that often, but it's always nice to keep a pair. And there's my lilac ones because I got rid of a pair the other day. My trainers tend to stay there because I've got small feet. And then my son's got the bottom shelf is for his trainers. This is a ketchup bowl that he puts his wallet in. Usually hangs keys up there, but it's handy if anybody else comes. I've said this before, because one 3-piece suite we had to cut the back off because someone had lost I think it was a phone down the sofa. These are over the door hooks. I put them over the lip of this bookcase. And I have these for my granddaughter, actually, for when she comes, so she can hang a jacket up, a scarf, a hat and things like that, or a cap or a cardigan. So they normally stay there. When our boys were little, hubby did actually have hooks along here for backpacks and for coats, but I've done that way. And she's pretty good because she knows she has to take her shoes off and she puts them on the shelf. I know when it got cluttered all months ago, she threw grandpa's shoes on the floor just so she could put hers on the shelf. So yeah, so I'm really happy about that. And as I said, it's one of those jobs, you know, I wanted to get done. And it does make the hallway seem wider. It's when you get all the bulky coats. Yes, I could do with probably a lower shelf, maybe, I don't know. But it's just handy because it doesn't take a lot of room up on any marks on the walls at the moment. I've used these for years in different places in our home and in our caravan because I found it really good. So that is that done. I think I'm going to leave the video here. Because I had to put all the coats away. I resign myself when I do these projects. Try not to do too many at once, like I did the lounge yesterday and this little bit today, just a short task today, to make sure things are sorted, whether they're being kept, donated or thrown out, and that anything that's to be kept is actually put away and not sort of gone back on the pegs or left on any surface, if that makes sense. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.